Look at our background. This is the new Bridgewater Bridge in Hobart, opening today. So it's a very historic moment. So on the right hand side, we have history over 80 years. And on the left hand side, we have the history making for the next 80 years. Hello, good morning, and welcome to our channel Diversity Travelers. Today it's a very bright day but extremely cold. We are now with our friend Gary and Fiona to experience and to attend the amazing historic event of opening of Bridgewater Bridge. While we'll be on the bridge walking, we'll tell a little bit about the history, and we're catching the bus from this My State Arena. I'm expecting it will be a fascinating walk on this new bridge. My State Arena is a beautiful location where you can get to see the Mount Wellington, beautiful Mount Wellington from a different angle. And for this event, this opening of this Bridgewater Bridge, we have beautiful arrangements. So free barbecue. So you can just queue and take your sausage, and yeah, this is lovely. And this is the bus that I need to catch very soon. So now we are on our bus and we are traveling to the new Bridgewater Bridge. Hopefully that will be a fantastic walking tour today. As you can see, this is a very beautiful part of the world. Look at the traffic, how many cars are waiting to go on the bridge. At the moment we are driving over the old main road, and you can see this train line. Tasmania used to have a very big rail network, not anymore, and this is a lagoon actually, it's a bird sanctuary. Look at this train track. It's actually following this riverbed and it's going over the bridge. Not the new one, but the old Bridgewater Bridge. I think that's the first glimpse of this new and old Bridgewater Bridge. And this is our new Bridgewater Bridge. We'll be able to walk on this bridge today. People have already started walking over the bridge. Look at this. What an event. So we have just arrived at this entrance, or the starting of, at least one side of the starting of the bridge, and we'll be walking on the bridge now. Look at our background. This is the new Bridgewater Bridge in Hobart, opening today. So it's a very historic moment. And celebrating this opening, we have live music. A beautiful musician playing nice music. And look at my background. This is just so beautiful, and it is open to public, and we're walking in the middle. Imagine by this time tomorrow, hundreds of cars and vehicles will be, and trucks will be speeding across these lanes. We have 2 lanes on each side, and we also have a beautiful walking path and a cycling track, I think. And I was reading that it costed about $786 million. It feels quite amazing, isn't it? Walking across these lanes this morning, because by this time tomorrow, it will be super busy. You won't be able to stand here. So imagine tomorrow this time, so many vehicles will be speeding across these lanes, and maybe Gary will be coming back for biking. Over there, yeah. This new Bridgewater Bridge is around 1.2 kilometers long across this beautiful Derwent River. It is going to be a new bridge replacing the old bridge, and it's very interesting to know that this old Bridgewater Bridge, which I'm going to show you in a minute, it was constructed in 1946, just after the Second World War. That was a mammoth project. That was one of the biggest projects in Australian transport history. It costed about 400,000 Australian pound in 1946 to construct that bridge, and we are replacing that 80-year-old bridge with this new one. At that time, that bridge was constructed to carry a highway, a rail track, and also other interesting information is that it had a vertical lift span at the middle, so that bridge could open and big ships could go past. So you can imagine in 1946, 80 years ago, that was an engineering marvel. It has been serving a lot of community and a lot of traffics, but 80 years is a long time, and it has passed its time. It's very expensive to maintain that old bridge, so it's going to be decommissioned, because from tomorrow it's going to be era of this new Bridgewater Bridge. And other interesting information is that when our Tasman Bridge collapsed in 1975, that was an event that really disconnected Hobart communities. We had a new bridge constructed in 1984, that was Bowen Bridge. So that Bowen Bridge is actually at the middle point between our Tasman Bridge and this Bridgewater Bridge, the new one. And so in 1984, that Bowen Bridge was opened by then Prime Minister Bob Hawke. And so that was very interesting information. I was going through what to say about this bridge, and that was interesting. And so we have now 3 bridges. So basically, if you start from Tasman Bridge and fly over, you can get to see Bowen Bridge. And then from Bowen Bridge, another 10 kilometer upstream, we have this beautiful Bridgewater Bridge, the new Bridgewater Bridge. And look at Ornima's background. So many people are walking on this bridge. This is just fantastic. And Gary and Fiona, I think they are a very fast walker. They have gone like half a mile ahead. Wow, what a feeling. Obviously, if you are visiting Hobart and if you are new to Hobart, I'm sure you have crossed our beautiful Tasman Bridge. And during this time, especially next week onwards, we have Dark Mofo coming, and that's a fantastic event, happens every winter in Tasmania, in Hobart. During that time, our Tasman Bridge is well lit in red color. Oh, Gary and Fiona, tell me a little bit about your feeling this morning.
My feelings.
Yeah, your feelings on this bridge.
No, well, it's very, very nice. I'm impressed. It looks like 100-year infrastructure.
Oh, okay, right. So it's going to last another 100 years.
It has to.
Okay. Yeah, I think, and the maintenance and engineering has also improved over the years. So the constructions are much more advanced, and they're built to last, I guess, these days.
Well, the old bridge, there was just 2 lanes that were about the same as these 2.
Okay.
Of which there are now 4, and nothing on the edge, more or less.
And you didn't have any biking lane or anything like that?
No.
Right.
So I've gone and had a look at the biking lane.
Yeah?
It's very good.
Okay, so it's good for you, and you're going to start riding on the bridge, I guess. This is a brand new one. But the old bridge had its purpose after the Second World War, and it served its purpose for, 80 years, but that vertical leap span stopped working 20 years ago.
Did it?
So it didn't actually work to last 2 decades. But so we drove over the bridge, and it was splashing like Derwent waves were going over the car, and I'm sure you have experienced that.
It can get very rough. You wouldn't think so today.
No, today is a very beautiful day. Wow, we are having a lovely time with Gary and Fiona, and on this historic moment, opening of a new bridge, because the last time there was a bridge opening, we were not here in 1984, the Bowen Bridge.
It's a historic moment because I've never walked over this bridge before.
Oh, okay. So history all around. Looking at the cost, constructing this new Bridgewater Bridge, it costed 786 million Australian dollar, and it was constructed over the last 3 years. It started in 2022 and finished in 2025, and it was an essential and necessity thing to achieve within short span of time, I think. Not going into too much discussions about the cost, but interestingly, in comparison, when in 1946 the original old Bridgewater Bridge was constructed, it costed about 400,000 Australian pound those days. There was no Australian dollar then, and I asked ChatGPT to convert what would be 400,000 pound in today's money, and that is approximately 30 million Australian dollar in today's currency. So the old bridge was constructed with 30 million Australian dollar, but that was 80 years ago. And in today's context, it costed 786 million to build this new bridge. And this is the largest engineering project ever constructed in Tasmania. So all the markings and directions are ready to go. So these are the vertical lift span of the old bridge. Used to open up and allow vessels to go through, but due to mechanical failure in early 2000, it stopped, and so for last 2 decades it didn't work. So probably one of the main reasons we needed a new bridge. And at the middle, this new bridge has got 16-meter clearance, above 16 meter actually, so it's good enough to allow big vessels to go through. This is a very innovative way of enjoying and entertaining people on the bridge, the walking mob. Look at this supermarket trolley, and this guy has put a music system on top of the trolley, and we're enjoying live music while we're walking. Wow, this is such a beautiful location, and imagine driving over this bridge and you can get to enjoy all this beauty across Hobart. We are almost coming to the other end of the bridge, which is just about 1.2 kilometer, but that was a fascinating walk. Wow, what a beautiful location this is, and this beautiful Derwent River is going through heart of Hobart. These photo booths were just amazing because we had amazing moments, golden moments, proof that we walked on this bridge on 1st of June 2025, the opening of the bridge. We walk across the bridge in the middle lane. So these buses are now lined up to take you back to the My State Arena. And so we came across this beautiful bridge, and now we have this opening. This is fantastic. You will be able to see how beautiful this Derwent River is. And look at the bridge, the whole span. This is just amazing. They're still doing a little bit of finishing up, but it will be open for traffic from tomorrow onwards. This beautiful Derwent River going under this new Bridgewater Bridge. What a beautiful sight. This is just one of the prettiest places in the world.
Do you think we could have a cable car across the river, connecting both sides of the river?
Yeah, that would be wonderful. We can have a cable car which span maybe just over 1 kilometer, crossing the river, and you can see the whole bridge in operation. That will be lovely. It will be a very big tourist attraction. What a wonderful time we had walking across this bridge. This is a golden moment. This is a historic moment in Tasmanian history in our lifetime. So I hope you enjoyed the walking tour of this beautiful Bridgewater Bridge today.
I did enjoy it.
What's your final comment?
My final comment is that it was much better to spend 750 million
786 million.
on a bridge than a stadium.
Wow, that was a very welcome comment, Gary. Thank you very much. Now we are going down the bridge, actually on the other side, to look around the old bridge a little bit. So one of the reasons we came this way, just to show you both the bridges side by side. So we walked the new bridge, the full length, and beside that we have this vertical lift span of the old Bridgewater Bridge. So on the right hand side we have history over 80 years, and on the left hand side we have the history making for the next 80 years. So this walking path is under construction still, and we have new plants that will grow over next few years, and it will look quite different. And look at this side, we have two bridges, old and new, side by side. Wow, look at Mount Wellington, and from Mount Wellington we are on this bridge. Such a beautiful location. And I hope they keep some part of this old bridge intact for future generation to watch and enjoy. Maybe this could be a tourist spot. So now it's the time to return to the city, and this is the end of our walking tour of this new bridge. What a wonderful experience we had. Historic moment. Once in a lifetime opportunity, I guess. And there are so many people enjoying these extraordinary moments here. What a wonderful sight, what a wonderful opportunity we had in our lifetime to experience this opening of this new bridge in Hobart. And I hope you enjoyed this short video walking over this new bridge with us. Thank you very much for watching our channel, our videos. Much appreciated. Goodbye until the next video.